one of the races we have to talk about this past weekend, the ARCA Menard Series in Phoenix, the General Tire 150, and we had one female racer there, Toni Breidinger. Great qualifying effort. Ninth place. She got some sponsorship to make this race happen. I was in the top 10 for just about, it seems, most of the race. However, a good race came to an end. It was less than 20 laps ago. Contact, crashed into the wall, was done for. After the race, she said she was dumped on social media. Did you see it that way when it came to that incident in the closing laps?
Yeah, well, it was even less than that. It ended up being less than 20 laps in the finish because there was a red flag, and unfortunately, D.L. Wilson was injured in the crash, so there was a long cleanup there and some safety concerns to take care of as well. So the race was extended quite a bit with a couple of overtimes. It was really more like 4 or 5 laps from the finish. I mean, she really did have a great run going. And actually, if we could put us all up on screen here, because I want to be talking to Daniel as well when I say this to both of you guys here. I've been very appreciative of the opportunities that you've given me to come on this show and help promote women in motorsport, particularly in the ARCA Menard series at that level and in the stock car level with NASCAR. I think what we have here is a great program. It gives us the opportunity to put the spotlight on these women in motorsport and who are trying to make their way up through the ranks here. And I think it's a great thing that we do to give them the promotion and the attention that they deserve. At the same time, as is the case with all our shows, I think we have to be honest and truthful with the analysis that we give. And I think, it's kind of hard to deny that when you look at what Toni Breidinger has had in her ARCA career, many times being not just with the top team venturing in motorsports, but oftentimes in the flagship number 25 car, it's hard to deny that she's been a little bit off the pace compared to her Venturini teammates. She's attracted a lot of criticism. Sometimes it's even come from me, looking at her being multiple laps down and saying, you're driving for a top team, you've got to be, on the lead lap at the very least if you want to be taken seriously. And, Toni struggled to do that at times. But for this particular night, last week, I guess 7 days ago already at Phoenix, she was having what was going to be unequivocally the best run of her ARCA Menard Series career. It was really, really great to see her running as well as she was, solidly in the top 10 all night long, which is where we expect a Venturini car to be. And Toni was doing everything she could to hold that position and hopefully bring the car home in one piece and have a great run. And it's unfortunate that with just a few laps to go, the final result sheet, the box score, race results, if you will, is not going to reflect that. And I know Toni sent a tweet out simply tagging Leland Honeyman Jr. and had that garbage emoji or whatever that she sent that kind of got a lot of attention and went semi-viral there before the race was even over. She was very quick to send that tweet out. If you look at what happened, it reminds me, I was just going back to look at it because, again, it's been several days already before we came on the show. It reminds me of how Hailie Deegan won her third race in the K&N West Series at Colorado. Derek Kraus, I think there were some people trying to defend Hailie and say that, well, Derek actually came down a little bit, even though Hailie certainly drove it in deeper than she probably would have if it hadn't been the last lap. So I suppose if you're a Leland Honeyman Jr. fan, you could maybe make the argument that Toni was trying to make sure that she made the corner and Leland Honeyman was already committed to going on the inside. But, I could certainly see from Toni's perspective as well. I think she had every right to be upset because it was going to be the best run of her ARCA career by a mile. And she was flirting with the top 5 even there at some points during the race. I think she probably would have ended up somewhere between 6th or 8th, which would have been a great run for her. So it's just very unfortunate that that's the final product that we see. And she ends up, I don't even know if she was in the top 20 when it was all said and done, maybe just outside there, 21st or something. But yeah, I mean, it was very unfortunate for her. And I hope that she can get another opportunity to try to close the deal on a strong run later this year. I know she's going to be full-time in the GR Cup, so I don't know how many ARCA races she's necessarily going to be able to get to do this year. But don't let the box score and final result reflect the run that she had Friday night, because it was the best run of her ARCA career, and she deserves a lot of credit for that.